get to wrecking machine. I ain't the worst that you see. Why can't you see what I mean? I might as well jump. Might as well jump. Go ahead and jump. Go ahead and jump. Whoa, hey you, who said that? Baby, are you Bill? You say you won't know, oh you won't know until you begin. Why can't you see me standing here? I got my back against a wrecking machine. I ain't the worst that you see. Why can't you see what I mean? I might as well jump. Might as well jump. Go ahead and jump. Go ahead and jump. Jump.
All right, hey, how's it going? All right, we're live tonight, so I would like to start off by apologizing for last night. Bit more tired than what I thought I was, and passed out and fell asleep. Nick, thank you. 31 months. Goddamn. It's been a long time. It has been a long time. Let's see here. We don't want that. How's it going? I had some stuff that I wanted to... There's a black background because I haven't changed the background image from the World Rally Championship. I guess I'll just leave it up there just for the hell of it. We are going to be talking about WRC. Rally Monte Carlo started Thursday. Actually, no, yesterday was the first couple stages. Red GT350. You know what? I was going to message you. We were talking about how I mentioned how the Z06 sounds like a Ferrari, kind of. I think that, and I'm trying not to be partial about it, but I think that the GT350 sounds better. They're kind of technically the same style of engine. They get the flat plane crank stuff going on, but I think the GT350s sounds, I think, better in my opinion. But yeah, we got whatchamacallit here. We got some stuff to talk about. All right, Rally Monte Carlo going on. So far, the M Sport guys are not doing all that great. Pierre-Louis Loubet had an issue. Went off, hit a sign, and it ripped the right front, I believe it was. Messed up the right front. and then he had another off. It seemed from what his description was, corner got a little icy and kind of caught him off guard and kind of hit the rear of the car, which damaged it. And he also did not have any. Actually, after he hit the sign, there was no power steering in the car. So he ran a few stages with no power steering. And apparently, Hoyt Tanak also having some power steering issues as well. So not a good start. But Hoyt is actually running, I believe, last I saw was 5th on the final stage that they ran today. So not doing too bad. As long as, keeps steady and stuff, I think he'll finish the rally in a points position. Granted, tomorrow nothing crazy happens. As expected, Sebastian Ogier is leading the rally. I kind of thought that he would, seeing that he was going to be entered in the rally. Yeah, he was more than likely going to be, at the top of the leaderboards there, which kind of comes to no surprise. The guy's won the rally 8 times. And then this will be if he holds on, it'll be the 9th time, which is a record for that event. The other person he's currently tied with for Monte Carlo wins at 8 apiece. He is also tied with Sebastian Loeb, who didn't run this year. So I guess we'll see what happens tomorrow. See what happens with that. But I'm going to be doing a stage in Rally Monte Carlo. Actually, I'm going to be doing a couple stages in Rally Monte Carlo on WRC Generations. This week, like I said, I kind of talked about doing some races throughout the year, off like with the actual car show, instead of just doing. I will be streaming, non-car show, non-Untitled Car Show. I'll be streaming some games. Whether they'll be racing games, it'll vary between racing and like Destiny, and some other stuff. But yeah, so Rally Monte Carlo's been pretty good. I've watched a bunch of the stages. Pretty good so far. Hasn't really been the typical kind of Rally Monte Carlo. You usually get a lot more snow and ice on the roads. So it's been fairly clear weather. So hasn't really been, the typical Rally Monte Carlo that a lot of people are used to seeing. So yeah, it's going pretty good so far. Maybe I'll make a video tomorrow after the rally wraps up. We have, let's see, Nitro Rallycross also in action today. I didn't watch today's race where they have the rounds and the semis and then the finals and stuff. I didn't watch it yet. I'm just pulling up what we got here because there's some stuff going on, that is for sure. But they're in, I'm not even gonna pronounce the name of the town, but they're in Canada. I think I forget where in Canada it is, but it's like 3 Rivers or something. We're going, it's all ice and snow is the whole track, and it's pretty good. The layout was pretty good. A couple tight corners, some long sweeping corners. little bit of a jump. They have like a tabletop jump, and there's one that's kind of like right out of a corner. Um, it's pretty good action yesterday in the battle brackets that they have. They did side by sides yesterday also, and I believe local, like a local rally. They had some local rally cars do some racing yesterday also. Like I said, action was pretty good. I'm probably gonna end up watching the finals and stuff tomorrow. We'll see what happens with that. It's probably gonna be pretty entertaining. I already know who won, unfortunately. But they had obviously with eight cars and stuff on the track at once, it's definitely obviously gonna be a different feel for the races rather than just the battle brackets, which are 1-on-1. We do have a lot of talk about Ken Block, a lot of signage with the KB Forever and Travis Pastrana running a classic Ken Block livery. Actually, one of his first liveries, I guess, on one of his first rally cars that they had when he started racing. So they have that. It's definitely a nice tribute. I don't think, actually, I'm not sure exactly where Travis finished the race today, but hopefully he did fairly well. And hopefully it would be pretty cool to see a classic Ken Block livery through the rest of the season. There's only a couple more events that they have left, actually. But they are also they're also retiring the 43, as is the WRC. I have not seen anything. I haven't really checked their social media pages, but I haven't seen anything from the ARA, which is American Rally Association. I'm not sure exactly what it stands for, but it is America, like American Rallying. That's their group. Ken Block was running in last season. Travis Pastrana's run there a bunch. And, Ken almost won a championship in it last year. So we'll see if they do the retiring of the 43. That would be pretty cool. Personally, in my opinion, I think they should. The only person I think that they should let, if they wanted to, would be his daughter or his wife. If they wanted to run the 43, since they're both rallying drivers now, so we'll see what happens with that. Hopefully they do. I really hope that they announce that they're going to retire the 43 unless one of the blocks want to run it. So that's kind of the Nitro Rallycross stuff going on. Kind of bigger, sort of bigger news, I guess. Also about Travis Pastrana. He's going to be attempting to run the Daytona 500 in a car provided by the 23XI race team. That is Denny Hamlin and Michael Jordan's team, with Bubba Wallace, and I forget who is the second car. I forget who's running the second car in that, but Travis will be trying to qualify for the for the Daytona 500. Some people might remember that Travis Pastrana ran the Xfinity Series a few years ago. It really didn't pan out all that great. He himself admitted that he is not a huge, I guess, pavement racer. Or, yeah, I guess you could say pavement racer. So, that'll be interesting. It would be cool to see him, if he does qualify, to see, how he would do. It is a restrictor plate race, so really, he would have a decent chance along with every other driver and every other team that's there. The restrictor plate races are basically an even playing field type of thing. You have a lot of small teams that go for just those races, and we've seen some small teams that don't have the huge funding as some of the bigger guys like Hendrick and Gibbs, Penske and stuff like that come in, run those, and win. So it's definitely an interesting thing. Like I said, he would have a shot if he is able to qualify. Let's see here. We got a couple other things I wanted to talk about. So we got that. Kind of crazy news I wasn't expecting to see. So the Roar Before the 24, which is the event that goes on the weekend before the Rolex 24 at Daytona, which is an amazing race. If you've never watched it, I would suggest watching it. That is next week. You can find the Roar Before 24 stuff on Peacock. There's a new series that they have running that ran today. I believe they had two. Well, I'm not sure if both races were today, but they basically have two 45-minute races. It's called like the VP Challenge. It has LMP3 car. It's multi-class, just like kind of like the Michelin Pilot Challenge and the WeatherTech series. They run LMP3 cars along with GT4 cars. So that's pretty interesting. You got your lower prototype car and the lower GT cars. So that's a pretty interesting mixture. And I did not get a chance to watch that race. I will be watching that race tomorrow also, along with the ending of Monte Carlo and the finals for Nitro Rallycross. So I have a lot of racing to watch tomorrow. Gonna be interesting stuff. So yeah, I can't wait to watch that. I already know who won, and I am going to say that a GT4 Mustang won, and I'm pretty surprised. I don't feel like they really developed that car, like put a lot into the development of that car. There hasn't been like you see a lot of the Evo cars. Like I know there was a Hurricane Evo, there was an Audi and stuff like that. But it is, I believe they pointed out last year at Daytona that the GT4 Mustang is an older car. So to see it pull off a win is fantastic. That's good. I was wondering if they were going to retire his number. Yeah. See, that's why I don't know if I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if the ARA is retiring it. Nitro Rallycross did announce that they were retiring the 43, but if Leah, who is more, I guess she's kind of getting more and more into motorsports, if she wanted to run the 43, they would allow her to run the 43, and it would only be able to be her, because that's her dad's number. So yeah, it is super good that they did that. So yeah, GT4 Mustang winning. Like I said, I didn't get to watch the race today. I kind of, it slipped my mind. I knew that it was on because I was looking at it in the morning because I thought they ran them on Friday, but I looked at it this morning and I was like, oh man, the race is on. I believe it was at 2:20, and I just think I realized my mistake at like 3 something. So yeah, I definitely missed it. I think they have one tomorrow too. So they have 2 races. Both are 45-minute races. And then also tomorrow there is the qualifying. Qualifying for the Rolex 24 as well. And then also let's see. So yeah, next week is the actual 24-hour race. That starts on Saturday and goes into Sunday. And then you also have the Michelin Pilot Challenge Series. That race is a 4-hour race that runs on Friday. So it's going to be pretty good racing. And they also have the Mazda MX-5 Cup, which honestly, if you are looking for a series that is very exciting to watch, the MX-5 series is, they're not ultra quick because they're just MX-5 Miatas, but they are the racing. It's very entertaining to watch. It is one of the better series, competition wise, because it's a spec series and there's a lot of action for sure. Very exciting stuff to watch. They were exciting last year too. If you want to go back and watch that, I believe it rained at Daytona, so they had a little bit of a race in the rain. I think they ended up calling early, but it was entertaining, to say the least. I watched pretty much all of their races last year, and every race was definitely exciting to watch, for sure. Speaking of the Mustang GT4, the VP Challenge. Yeah, the VP Challenge Series, the CEO, John Farley, the CEO of Ford, raced a GT4 Mustang in the VP Challenge Series. And according to a article that talked a little bit about it, he finished 12th, I believe. And it was basically his first professional race. I guess he has a GT40, vintage GT40 that he races. I guess he's pretty accomplished in the vintage racing, vintage racing stuff, which I don't really get to see a lot of, so I'm not entirely positive, if or where you can watch that. I'm sure that there's something out there. But that's pretty exciting, and you definitely do not you don't really hear about that very much. Like he's the CEO of Ford Motor Company, and he's out there racing a GT4 Mustang. That's in my opinion, that's pretty cool. But there's a couple other things, yeah, but it's racing. Racing season definitely kicking off here. It's gonna be getting really crazy. So, all right, as part of this week, because of the kickoff of the WRC season, I'm going to pull up. All right, we are doing I'm going to run a couple stages in Rally Monte Carlo. in the WRC Generations video game. I'm going to use the Puma, of course, thanks to M Sport. So I just downloaded a couple, because you can modify you can create liveries in this game. I haven't done so myself, but I downloaded a couple ones that have the 23 livery. They both look pretty good. They're pretty close to it. So we'll get this rocking and rolling here.
4, 3, 2,
I did not pick snow tires.
left 5, 30. Flat right into flat left, narrows 80.
So yeah, Rally Monte Carlo is one of the more prestigious rallies. It's definitely one, you know, OJ runs it. He runs a part-time schedule, but he runs it because it is one of those bigger, one of the bigger events of the year.
Left 4 tightens into flat right into flat left. And right 4 tightens into left 3 short. Into right 5 short 20. Caution, hairpin right 50.
This kind of gives you a taste of the
right 4 50. Left 6 80.
I am obviously not too great, but
Right 5 short 80.
this kind of gives you a taste of what they're working with here.
Pinks bumpy into left 5. Into right 5, don't cut. Tightens into left 6 30. Right 5, caution, junction right narrows into left 4, 30. Right 4, tightens over snow.
I was going to do season mode, but
Into hard brake for hairpin right.
I get for not picking snow tires. I was going to do season mode, but apparently you can't pick
Flat left cut and flat right tightens.
Rally 1 car. So
Brake
kind
for
of blew that
hairpin left
idea
and
out the
hairpin
door, so I'm
right.
just going to do a few stages. By just picking them.
And flat left medium, tightens 5.
That's that corner up.
Into right 6 long, tightens over crest 30. Left 5 30. Left 4 short, into right 5 short 50. Left 4 100. Right 5 long, tightens 4 30.
Probably going to do this.
Caution, hairpin left.
Probably going to do this with that's too quick. Probably going to do this with every rally.
Right 3 opens for hairpin right.
And then a few.
Into left 3 opens long 50.
I'll run some NASCAR. And I'll do some. I'm not sure what game
And caution, crest into
I'm
right
going
5.
to do it in, but
Right 4 short 50.
like the Rolex 24. I'll do a race. Not a 24-hour one, but I'll do a race at the Daytona Road Course in either motorsport maybe, or possibly Project Cars. I have not played Project Cars 3 yet, so I'm not sure if they have the Daytona Road Course.
Hairpin left 50. Hairpin right 40. Hairpin left 30. Shoot hairpin right 30.
Did pretty well.
And acute hairpin left, keep into acute hairpin right, 80.
You know, hybrid mapping 1.
Left 4, 30.
There's 3 settings. I use the first setting, which gives you the
Right
burst of
braking hairpin
acceleration
left, into
like
right
right
2,
away.
opens. For acute hairpin
Not
right
sure
and
that
left
was the
3,
best
50.
choice. And get that to whip around.
Right 4 short, narrows, into left 3. Into right 2, opens, keep in. Into left 3, tightens, house in, 20. Left 3 at junction, over snow. Into kinks, narrows, and left 5.
I screwed that up.
And right 6, tightens 4. Into left 2, into flat right,
Jesus,
100. The track is over there.
It's kind of the dangers that you have to deal with. Oh my god.
Caution, hard brake to hairpin left, 50. Right 4 into left 4, short,
This is what
50.
they deal with at Rally Monte Carlo.
Right 5 short and brake into right 5 over bridge.
Armco
and right
barriers
3.
and rock walls.
Left
Sometimes
5
open
short into right
cliffs
4
on
narrows,
the other
tightens.
side.
Into left 2.
Eesh,
Into flat right, tightens 4 long, keep in.
too much throttle. Barely driven a
right
Rally 1
and
car
finish.
in this game, so that could have been better. Oh, that's online. Alright, that's cool. Let's go. So I did that one. Let's go with go evening. How about that? Try this one. If there's any series that anybody wants me to talk about or anything, or if you have a comment or want me to check out something, a series or a car or whatever, feel free to let me know. We're going softs. Mapping. We're gonna go with stay on map 1.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
I mean, this one looks pretty good.
And right 4. Into left 6 short. Into left 5. And left 6 tightens 4 short. 50. Flat right into tunnel 30. Caution, right 5, keep in. Brake into left 3 short.
Too fast.
30. Left 4 short into right 4 short. 30. Left 5 long, tightens. Into right 5 short, brake. For junction left, into right 4, narrows. And right 4 tightens, into left 4 short, 50 over
section.
crest. Left 4, 50. Left 6 short, into right 3 short, 20. Right 4. Into left 2 tightens, into right 3 short. Into left 2 short. Into right 4, keep into left 2 short, narrows, 20. Kinks into right 3. Into left 2, tightens, into right 3, opens. And right 3 tightens, 50. Caution, bump into right 4 short, 50. Right 5, keep in. And left 4 tightens, into right 4. And caution, hairpin left, 30. Flat left
Jeez,
over crest,
mapping
into
two,
right
maybe.
3, tightens.
This thing
And left 3 short,
is aggressive
50.
when you hit the gas.
Flat left, into right 3, short, narrows, into left 4. And right 3 short, don't cut, into left 3. And right 2 short, 50. Left 4 short and left 3 short, 80. Left 4 tightens. Into
Oh, if you
bump,
haven't
into right
watched
5.
M Sports livery reveal
Into left 5 short and left
for
3
this
into right 4, 80.
year, I would suggest watching it.
Left 5 short, 80. Caution, hairpin right, 120.
Too fast into that.
Flat right, 100. Left 3 medium, tightens. And right 4 medium, tightens, 30. Right 3 short, brake, junction, into left 2, small cut, 80. Right 5. Into fast
Right
kinks,
5,
keep middle,
too fast.
50.
Oh well.
Let's get back on the track. Into left 2, short, don't cut. Into right 3, 30.
Jeez.
Left 2, into right 3, into left 4, keep in.
Uh-oh. Told you. I'm not the greatest. I just love cars.
Into right 3, tightens.
Racing
into left 3,
games.
tightens.
Cars and racing and everything.
Into right 3, keep in. And right 2 short, don't cut. And left 4 into right 3 short, 20. Into left 3 short. Left 2 widens, 20. Flat left and right 5, very long, tightens, don't cut. Into flat left, 100. Left 4 short, 80. Right 3 short, into left 2 short, into right 3. And left 2 short, 30. Right 6, very long, tightens. Into flat left, tightens. Into left 4, narrows, 30. Crest into right 6, short, 150. Right 5, 80. Right 6, keep in. And left 4 short, into right 4, into hard brake, square left over bridge, 30. Caution, hard brake, square left narrows, 150. Right 6 short, 50 over crest. Left 5 short over crest, into right 5 short. And brake for acute hairpin right. Into flat left and flat right over crest, 30. Caution, kink, 30. Acute hairpin left, 30. Right 4 into left 4, short. And hairpin right for finish.
Could be better. Oh boy. Could have been better. So it's basically just you got there a Rally Monte Carlo. If we take a look at the calendar, I'm in the way there a little bit. Ooh. But yeah, Rally Sweden will be up next. So I'll run a little bit of that when Rally Sweden comes around. I'll also, next week, I'll do a little bit of Rolex 24 racing at Daytona. I'm not sure what game. I mean, I could fire up Project Cars 3, which I have. I have yet to even start that game. Along with NASCAR Ignition, have yet to start that too. There's a lot of games I gotta start, a lot of games I want to finish. So yeah, we still got some racing going on this weekend. We got Rally Monte Carlo gonna wrap up tomorrow, and yeah, we got Rolex 24 stuff. I almost dropped my headset. And we got Rolex 24 stuff. Or before 24. We got Rolex 24 qualifying tomorrow. So yeah, we definitely have there's a bunch of stuff going on. We got NASCAR next month in February, technically. So yeah, racing season is upon us. It's starting. Actually, let's see here. I do have some series that I wrote down the schedules for in a notebook. Let's just see what we got. Let's see, I got WRC. So yeah, the 28th to 29th is the Rolex 24. Michelin Pilot is, I believe, going to be the 27th. I'll look at the calendar. And those are the only ones I did. World Rallycross. I'll have to get into that. NHRA. Let's see here. So it's got to be the 27th, which is Friday. Yep. The 27th will be the Michelin Pilot Challenge Series, that race at Daytona. Like I said, that's a 4-hour race. It's got GT4 cars and the TCR class, which is kind of like a touring car. They're front wheel drives. You have like Hyundais, Hondas, Audi, and I think Hyundai, Audi, Honda. I think those are the 3 manufacturers that are in it. GT4 cars, you have Porsche Caymans, Mustang GT4s, What else? Audi, I believe, makes an R8 GT4. There is a Camaro that runs here and there. What else we got in there? Aston Martin. They have a GT3 and a GT4 car. So, pretty good mixture of cars. GT3s, same thing. You got Aston Martins, Porsches. There's not a Mustang yet. That will be, I believe, next year is what they're saying. Do I have any regular non-racing car stuff to talk about here? Let me just see. Oh, we got the Corvette E Ray coming out supposedly later this year. Some people were surprised, but however, I don't feel like everyone should have been surprised. I think that they had that kind of... A lot of people assumed it was happening. So, for those that don't know, the E Ray is the first hybrid Corvette, and it's also the first all-wheel drive Corvette because the electric engine drives the front wheels. Ooh. Oh, moved the wrong thing. So the electric engine drives the front wheels. And the 6.2 liter V8 drives the rear wheels. So you essentially have a all-wheel drive Corvette. I will say the 0 to 60 time is pretty astonishing. 2.5 seconds 0 to 60 time is very fast. Another video I saw, I unfortunately, like an idiot, went into the comments and somebody was mocking the 4-door Mustang. Now, the Mach-E is a Mustang. That it is. People can say it's not, and this and that, but it is. Ford is trying to make the Mustang a brand. So there's going to be different Mustangs. That's just how it is. They could have got away with calling it the Mach-E, but they didn't. They called it the Mustang Mach-E. So, Ford says it's a Mustang. They're the makers of the car, not anybody else. So, somebody said about, the 4-door Mustang, Ford. It's like, first of all, the Mustang Mach-E is all electric. That Corvette E Ray is not all electric. The other thing is they're two entirely different vehicles. They're not the same. They're just not the same. You have a Corvette, which is a sports car that is supposed to be a rival for your Ferrari and Lamborghinis and stuff. I mean, hell, they even copied the styling. It's just not the same. They're entirely different cars. Even the regular GT Mustang or the EcoBoost Mustang, still not in the same segment as... I mean, they might be technically, but they're not the same as a Corvette. It's not what they're... Maybe the GT500 is, goes up against the Corvette and stuff, but your regular GT, it's technically, yeah, it's a sports car, but they're, in kind of like a subgroup, I guess you'd call. It's more of a muscle car. Built to go up against the Camaro and the Charger and Challenger and stuff, it's not supposed to be a direct competition to the Corvette. It's just idiotic for somebody to make a comment like that, and it just kind of shows how stupid people are. I might just be as stupid because I read the comments. I try not to read the comments on some things, but my eyes do wander to the comments, and I am a lot of times astonished at how stupid people are. Yeah, and Nick also has a video. And he talks about the the Mach-E being a Mustang and stuff. And so it is. It's a Mustang. I mean, you can't get around. You can't get around it. Ford makes the car. Ford says it's a Mustang. There's a Mustang logo on it. Granted, you can't just go slapping a Mustang logo on anything and calling it a Mustang. That's not how it works, obviously. But the manufacturer who owns the Mustang says it's a Mustang. If they want to make a Mustang truck, they'll make a freaking Mustang truck. If they want to make a four-door Mustang that's not an SUV or a crossover, which is likely going to happen, they'll make a four-door one. If they want to make a hybrid Mustang, which is probably also going to happen, they'll make a hybrid Mustang. They'll make an all-electric Mustang. That's not the Mach-E. That's the coupe. More than likely, these things are going to happen. And until they, hell, if they make a hybrid Mustang, you know what? Fuck it. Put it up against the Corvette. That's... I know Chevy had the reasons for doing the new Corvette the way that they did it. I get it. I'm not a fan. It's the great thing about cars, though, is that there's so many of them out there, and there's so many opinions out there about them. There's no right, there's no wrong. You hope not. Yeah, you hope not. That they make a four-door Mustang. There's rumor about that Camaro. Whether that's true or not. Let's see if I can find any cars left. I feel like I don't talk enough about regular cars a lot. Acura beats Porsche in testing? Wow. I do need more regular. Do need more regular car news. There is a lot out there. four-door or truck, but they're talking about a four-door Mustang for 35 years. Yeah, well, if you kind of look at the way things are going, it's more likely. Freaking neck hurts, man. I am surprised that there isn't a history that there wasn't at least one yeah, it seems like the people who are working on the Mustang currently do care about it. There's a bunch of stuff, and it's just crazy that people are talking about the 24 and everything, and I don't know. I guess there's documents or something that somebody leaked from Ford saying that it's only going to last the current one, or the S650 is only going to last 7 years. They were going to, or 6 years or something. It was going to last 8 or 9 years or some shit, and they're going to cut the production short a couple years. And people are like, oh, that's, it's going to be the end of the gas Mustang and this and that. It's like, okay, well, let's be realistic here. A generation really only lasts 5 years, typically, before like a redesign. They might keep the S650, the basics of it and everything, but I mean, redesigns go typically every 5 years for the most part. I don't want to say it's stuck that way, but I mean, the S550s have been around for quite a bit now. Because you had the 05s. The 05s changed. It was brand new for 05. Heard that from Stangmode. Is he also one of the ones saying about the tuning? Everybody's saying you're not going to be able to tune these new cars and this and that. I mean, I guess he's had hands-on with the car for whatever reason. And, yeah, he's had hands-on with the car and everything. But I can't see Ford, who, let me remind everybody, who has a pretty large performance division. Look at all of the racing that they're involved with. Hell, I'm talking about the GT4 Mustang that they're still running, and they have another one coming next year along with a GT3 and one for the V8 Supercars series and one for drag racing, a new one. Like, their performance division is pretty huge. For them to have a Mustang that people can't do anything with other than buy it and have it and not be able to do anything to it, that doesn't make any sense. They sell performance parts for their cars. Why would they cut all of that out? That's just, to me, it seems stupid. And to say that before a car is even released. Oh, and let's also look at the fact that a couple of these performance companies, like RTR, have been given a Mustang. So you tell me if it's not gonna be tunable or not, if they're giving like RTR and stuff a Mustang that they're gonna be working on. So that's the whole thing of it not being tunable kind of doesn't make any sense. Like I said, with their own performance division, and they work closely with RTR. RTR is obviously going to be messing around with it. If you are talking about the tribute car, possibly. Is that the special edition Shelby you're talking about? Tribute car, it's gonna have like 750,000. Yeah, they're only gonna make like 100 or something. I didn't hear about it before tonight, actually. I saw a TikTok about it. Somebody made a TikTok talking about it. Yeah, I saw a TikTok about the Shelby. I wonder if we'll see any at Carlisle. Would be pretty awesome. I mean, I'll have off that weekend regardless because it's the slow season. But yeah, and I might try to take off that Friday before, so I can get the freaking car cleaned up. Yeah, I'm pretty excited for it. One of the bigger shows. I'm actually excited for a few of the shows. Well, I'm always excited for the shows, to be honest with you, but let me lower this damn head. Whoa. Damn headrest. Got a new chair, just to let you know. Everybody, oh, look at that. Lean back. Lean back. It's very comfortable. Unlike the old one, which squeaked. If I leaned back in it, like creaked. This one is nice and silent. It's comfortable. It's got a headrest. I can see here. Headrest. Beautiful. The arms adjust up and down. It is fantastic. Good old IKEA. Not too much. So I haven't checked, Nick. How many dumbass comments have you gotten on your video? The weird thing about you don't really get notified of comments. I mean, maybe you do. I haven't turned that on, so I guess maybe not. But on like YouTube and stuff, I haven't really gotten too many notifications about stuff. If anybody's interested, there is iRacing is doing a 24-hour Rolex 24. I believe they have the BMW GTP car is in the game. This seemed to be the only one that I saw. So that's the only one that's being run. And they have the GTD cars. So you have like Audi, Porsches. I think most of the people racing were running out Audis and Porsches. Since some of the cars have better BOP in the game, I guess, than versus other ones. Also, that iRacing stuff is pretty crazy. I don't really talk about it, but iRacing's pretty nuts too. They have some pretty good racing, and they have some pretty crazy teams. I mean, there's there's full professional race teams that have esports teams now. There's a few in NASCAR, a couple couple Formula One teams also have esports teams, so they have people running in like iRacing and some of the other big racing sims. It's pretty crazy. Like if you have the money for a setup, it can be pretty awesome. You gotta get the wheel pedal set up. I mean, so these guys have some of these guys have pretty elaborate setup, like force feedback stuff. So you have like the like resistance on the pedals and the steering wheel and everything. It gets pretty crazy. I mean, some of them are, they got 3 screens. and stuff like that. It's pretty cool, and it is actually pretty cool to watch. I mean, there's some pretty close races and whatnot. I was watching, especially during like the lockdown for COVID. I was watching it a lot because that was basically the only way to watch any racing. I mean, even NASCAR started doing it to get some racing and whatnot, so that was pretty cool. A few racing series, there's a lot of cars in it, a lot of tracks, a lot of cars. Speaking of iRacing and racing games, coming up in a few days, Forza Motorsport, the guys from Turn 10 who are working on Forza Motorsport will be doing some sort of I don't know if it's like a conference or what it is, but they're going to be talking about the game, a little bit more about the game. Hopefully we get a release date, would be pretty cool. But yeah, there's going to be more info about the game and whatnot, and hopefully they come out and say, hey, yeah, we got a ton of race cars, because honestly, if the motorsport game, I feel like, didn't have enough race cars, actual race cars, I should say. I mean, there was a lot of great cars in those, in motorsport, and pretty much all of them always had really, really good cars. But I mean, if you're gonna have a motorsport game, you gotta have some of these race cars that are out there. Like, a lot of race cars would be pretty cool. Kind of like Project Cars. Project Cars had a lot. I know the first one did, the second one did. Like I said, not sure about the third one. Haven't played the third one. So, yeah. That's going to be pretty cool too. But as for now, I'm going to wrap it up here on the Untitled Car Show. For those that are wondering why I'm talking kind of off whatever, I originally, whoever's going to watch this on YouTube, I originally broadcast this on Twitch. So if you want to see it live, you can follow me on Twitch. I have my link and everything in the profile, and it'll be on the video when I upload it to YouTube. So yeah, that's going to do it for this week. I'm going to start putting some stuff together for next week's show. We'll have, obviously, rallying news. Once Rally Monte Carlo wraps up, we'll have Nitro Rallycross news. I'll kind of talk about that when I see it. And check out that VP challenge. I'm going to watch those races and catch some of the Roar Before the 24 stuff. And then next week, while I'm streaming, the 24-hour of Daytona will be going on. I'll be watching a very, very large chunk of that for sure. So it's going to be a good one. Racing season is, well, I would say racing season is upon us, but it has already started basically. So it's firing up. And like I said, we got a few weeks time. We'll have the Daytona 500, and yeah, there's some big races. Some of these series start their years off with some big ones. I mean, Rally Monte Carlo is one of the big ones for WRC. The Rolex 24. I mean, how, that's a huge race for IMSA to kick off their season. Obviously, NASCAR has always kind of kicked it off with the Daytona 500. I shouldn't say always. In the early days, it really wasn't Daytona 500. But yeah, for a very long time, it's been Daytona 500. And that's like their biggest race of the year. So all of it's coming up. We got all this stuff coming up. And like I said, I'm going to be following along. The main one I'm going to follow along with for each event is going to be WRC. I played WRC Generations. You saw I played 2 stages. Rally Monte Carlo in that game. I'll be doing that throughout the WRC season. I'll do a few races for some other series as well. I'm going to kind of take a look at more in between what games I have and what race cars there are, and tracks and stuff. We'll go with that, but NASCAR will be one of them. I won't do every race because their schedule is, I think there's 36 races in a season. But I will do a little bit of Daytona 500 stuff. I will do a Rolex 24. Not a 24-hour race, but I will do a decent length race for that, and one for the Daytona 500 also. I'll do a pretty decent length race for that too. I'm going to start some of these games. I'm going to at least start some of these games before I start doing it. So you might see that happening beforehand. So maybe I'll start NASCAR sometime this week and try to stream it. Get into that a little bit. Maybe get into some project cars. We'll see what happens. But hey, racing's kicking off. We have some auto shows. I didn't even talk about that. So we got Philly coming up, the Philadelphia Auto Show, New York Auto Show. So the auto shows are coming up, so you'll have some cars kind of unveiled there. Yeah, car news. It's going good. There's always car news, basically. And I mainly end up talking about racing, but it is what it is at this point. Yeah, I'm going to start mixing it up more, definitely, with more car news and whatnot. But that's going to do it for this week. Hope everybody enjoys this, and I will catch you on the next one. I'll see you next week, next Saturday night. And like I said, while I'm streaming this, the Rolex 24 will be going on. So I'll probably have it on the TV as I'm streaming. Who knows? But yeah, I will catch you all next week. Hope you have a good one. Hope you've had a great weekend. I hope you had a good week. And I hope everybody kicks ass going into next week. Have a good one.